Jack Flack, all things contingent and conspiracy. Just going to discuss 4 cardinal rules of firearm safety. Number 1, all guns are always loaded, so whether you're handling it or whether it's pointed at you, you act appropriately towards the loaded firearm. Number 2, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. There's what's known as parasympathetic reaction. For example, if I have a gun in one hand with my finger on the trigger and I have to grab onto something else and pull on it and exert any type of force, the natural tendency is for both hands to clench up and tighten, thus setting the stage for a negligent discharge. Number 3, be aware of your target, your backstop, and what's beyond. Doesn't matter what situation you're in, target shooting or self-defense, you need to know where those rounds are going and what's behind your target in the event that they pass through. Number 4, never let your muzzle cover anything you're not willing to kill, destroy, or pay for, and that's just common sense. Just to compare that and contrast it with the military mindset, there are so many rules and regulations regarding military weapons handling that it gets to the point where you kind of have to violate some rules to be efficient and able to do your job with a weapon, and that is dangerous because you break through that psychological threshold of safety, and you then have to start asking, well, which rules are important, which ones do I need to discard, and that's not good. My personal opinion, less is more. And hence, law enforcement has kind of gone that way as well with the 4 cardinal rules of firearms. Also, me personally, and this is just strictly informational, it's not recommended, it's not for everybody, just like being in the military is not for everybody, and being a police officer, county deputy, state trooper, or any type of law enforcement is not for everybody. But as far as my firearms are concerned, I like to keep them loaded. Number 1, they're ready to go when I need them. In the event, for example, somebody breaks in, that's not the time that I should be trying to find my ammunition and put my weapon into battery. Also, if I keep my weapon loaded all the time, the argument that, hey, if kids get a hold of your gun, they're going to end up shooting themselves or hurting themselves, kind of is null and void. And the reason being is, if children know that your gun is loaded, for example, if I had kids and they knew that my gun was loaded all the time, they're probably going to be fascinated with it, but they know not to touch it because it's dangerous and can be deadly. That being said, if I had kids and they asked to see it, I'd have no problem showing it to them after I make it safe. But again, when we get done doing that, I'd put it back in the battery. Anyway, again, that was just for informational purposes only, the 4 cardinal rules of firearms. And this is Jack Flack signing off. Until next time.